blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got.
Group of men come up and disrespect you. What do you expect your man to do?
Beat their ass.
The whole group.
The whole group.
Oh my God.
Uh-uh.
Listen, tough
The
job,
whole
y'all
group.
nigga.
Not-
Jesus Christ. Like, on top of the fact that y'all expect us to pay for every goddamn thing, we
gotta
supposed to
die for y'all.
We don't even have
Exactly.
the luxury of being afraid like a normal human being.
You gotta
Motherfuckers
hold
start shooting in here right now. I'm supposed to go like this over you and run with you hand in hand, knowing
if
damn well I
that's
can take
your
off
bitch,
right
though,
there.
like,
I could be
I mean,
Yo,
it's
you
a
are
I could
hilarious.
do
It
one of
depends.
these right
Look
now.
how it depends.
and be
Here,
gone.
it
Good
depends.
safety. You gonna get
Oh
me
my
shot.
God.
Fucking around with you with these goddamn
I
heels
mean-
on. I told you not to wear them.
Oh,
I
right, you
want a dominant man.
Are you
You're
gonna
dominant.
or not?
Okay, so let's just, let's just do a little role playing, right? Let's just play out this scenario, right? So you're walking with your lady, after a night out in the streets, and like they said, a group of guys, right? Not one man, not one, a group of guys start disrespecting, you, the man. So she said she expects you to beat the whole gang, right? The whole gang, right? So what's gonna happen? 10 times out of 10, you're getting your ass beat, right? So now any real woman would have said, you know what, babes? Nah, forget it, babes. You know what? Don't study them. Leave it alone. Ignore them. Let's go about our business, right? You both walk away. You reach home safe. You make love. Happy wife, happy life. Everybody's cool and happy. But no, she wants you to stay there, get your ass beat. So what's gonna happen? You as the man get your ass beat. Rush to the hospital. You and the wife or the girlfriend arguing. While in your hospital bed, struggling. Struggling, bleeding, all these needles inside you. Both of you are going to be arguing. And what's going to happen? You're both going to break up, right? This is exactly what's going to happen, right? You're both going to break up. She's going to move on with somebody else, right? Somebody who's healthy, who's perfectly fine. And you're going to be walking around with your broke foot, your broke face, probably in a wheelchair or crutches. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be fucked. Come on, man. Listen, let's just use logic, man. No real woman's going to ask you to fight a gang of guys over her, man. Come on. And any man with sense is not going to do that. Now, if it's one guy, you could take your chances, but, he might have some kind of gun or weapon on him, but still, don't just use your logic, man. These women are stupid, man. Gosh.
We've created a generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be with it, every poor choice is glamorized. And every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I. And unfortunately, we've got an online market that caters to that wounded woman, that caters to that entitled woman, and caters to that narcissistic woman. And it's so wild to me that so many women talk about narcissism, but the society today is just catering to narcissistic women.
As a guy, how do I answer the question during the talking stage? If a girl asks me, are you talking to other people? Should I be straight up? Should I say no? I don't want to lose this girl. So how should I answer that question?
I feel like you gotta be straight up.
Okay.
Because women be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't gonna tell her,
Facts.
somebody else will.
Okay.
Facts.
The girl will?
The girl will. They always
Facts.
want to be known.
Yeah.
Especially with the
Exactly.
investigation. She gonna put the heart on social media, your comments. She gonna like every picture. We peep all that. So
Yeah.
just be honest. Just be like, I'm keeping my eye.
They're very good investigators. They will find out. They're very good investigators.
And she should be doing the same thing.
I feel like sometimes guys overthink the situation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Instead of just doing the simple thing and stop talking to every girl and just focus on one. So the advice is you want to hear from the horse's mouth, not from some.
Now, first thing is first, right? Everything they said was correct, apart from what he said in the last part about, to each his own. But the first thing is first, as for men, lying to women is not game. All right, let me repeat it. Lying to women, it's not game. If you're in a first date with a woman, listen, as a man, be straight up. Lay your cards on the table, be as transparent as you can. Tell her this way it is. Now, to each its own. End of the day, nobody can tell you what to do. right? So tell her, listen, if you're seeing multiple people, tell her. Let her decide if she's on that or if she wants to move forward. Let her decide, right? As long as you put your cards on the table, she can decide what she wants to do. Now, on the flip side with her, if she tells you this, that, you have to use your nugget, your logic to kind of gauge whether she's telling the truth or not. That's a risk you have to take. So that's dependent on you. I'm not saying believe her. You have to use like I said, your nugget, right? Dating multiple people is not easy, especially if you're a busy man, if you have a full-time job, you have businesses, because one, it's a lot of time consuming. So if you're talking to 2-3 girls, that's a lot of time. And plus, your regular stuff you're doing during the day. So that takes up a lot of time by itself. And then money coming out your pocket, right? So if you're dating 3 girls, like I said, every week or wherever you're dating is going to be spending a lot of money. So listen, you got to use your nugget. You gotta use a nugget. So
there have been so many times that guys have thought, if I just failed, they'd like me more. And what you're gonna find is if you fail, you become just like the people that you think would like you more. They're gonna still not like you. Matter of fact, they're gonna resent you. They're gonna say, look, I understand why I'm a failure. I understand why I didn't do it, but look, he had all these opportunities. He ended up right here. You don't do them any favors by failing. You know what you do? You go ahead and become the man you need to be. You go ahead and get up to the top of the top, the tippy top. You get your name up on Mount Rushmore. You climb Everest, you make as much, you go as high, you go as far as you can, and let the haters stand outside and call you whatever outside of the gates.